everyone, welcome back again, and let's get started with this video. This is going to be very important, so I have a request for you. Please go and watch it till the end and drop your comments as well, so that I can know how much I make the videos which you helpful for you. So let's get started. The very first and foremost thing which I'm gonna tell you about, there are a lots of people who can't start speaking in English because just few reasons behind it, and I'm gonna talk about those reasons and I'm gonna tell you how to tackle those reasons so that you have become more familiar with that and you start your practice. Okay, so the very first thing is that firstly I want to tell you that English is actually not easy as Hindi, because this is tough actually, because there are some words which is not as pronounced that that Hindi pronounce, because in Hindi you pronounce the same word as it is, okay, but in English when it comes to that you have a different pronunciation of different words, and with the same word or the same spelling sometimes it has a different pronunciation, different meanings as well. So this is all kind of a complexity in that language itself. So this is the language problem, this is not your problem, okay. This language is actually difficult, but don't worry, you can overcome that fear, that how to tackle this difficulty. Okay, so just start by doing so much practice on that, because this is all the essence of the speaking part, is that you have to practice as much before going to the any other thing. Just you have to practice as much as you can in that language. That is the one core thing which is in about the English speaking. Okay, so the second thing is which I am going to tell you about. This language is actually difficult, but you have to use those language. Don't just go to the translation. Avoid translation. I am telling you in the previous video also, because when you just jump to the translation, you lack your confidence in English. So you just maintain your confidence in English as well, because just think that I can speak in English as well. Whatever I think in the whole day or any moment, I can speak in English as well. So use that. Okay, if you cannot speak right now, but think that how can I speak in that moment also, because you have to prepare yourself that if this happens with me, how I react that, how I speak that. I have told you the role play technique, which is very helpful. If you apply it or you practice in a mirror or anywhere, wherever you sit calmly and understand that I can play my role, or you can use your ChatGPT also, because that was going to help you. I have told you in the previous video also that you can help that, because there are 2 or 3 friends communication part. You can just simply say that and they will provide you so many conversations, so that you can practice again and again and you become familiar that how to use my conversation in that particular situation. So this is also going to be helpful for you. And yeah, the next thing is that you just I have told you that don't just go to the translation, use your words whatever you have. But yeah, sometimes what happens, some inadequate vocabularies was also going to be harder for you, that how I use in my communication. So what happens, you can make yourself that whatever inadequate vocabularies is not means that you have to use any kind of fancy words that you have to pronounce that. No, you have to use those vocabularies which is important for your communication, which is need for your communication. Okay, so use those vocabularies. Try to find out. Okay, if you can't find out what you can do, that you can make a note of those vocabularies which you can use in your whole day. Suppose I'm simply giving you the whole day vocabularies activity, because this will simply you can tell you, because tell about yourself and you can talk in a very comfortable manner. So once you try this practice, again you can increase your vocabularies for the next things or next activities which you can think of that, so you can increase your vocabulary. Vocabulary will increase suddenly, not happen sometimes ki what you have to use in your vocabularies and you have make a list of that and you can't able to use it, so it is going to be, you know, deactivate your words power. So you have to use a limited number of vocabularies, but use those vocabularies in a daily manner. Okay, so use it and practice again and again. So this is the one thing which is very important. Okay, and yeah, what you can do that, yeah, the pronunciation is very important here. So pronunciation, whenever you pronounce any sentence, try to pronounce it as it is. Okay, because sometimes what happens, we pronounce sometimes words in a different manner, so it comes with a very, you know, unauthorized manner, like it is, you know, it feels that sometimes it demotivate you also in front of the people if when you speak that and you pronounce wrong, so it is going to be demotivate your confidence, and you know, you feel that I can't pronounce that word. So try to pronounce that word. You can take mirror practice, you can pronounce that sentence and use that ki how can I react on that, and how to, you know, yeah, you can take help of ChatGPT also. This is also going to be helpful for you here, because the pronunciation of how to use sentences, they always elaborate you how to you know, exactly pronounce that sentences. So you can practice from there, and you have to, next thing is that, you know, how much you can involve yourself in English. Okay, you know, you have to create that surrounding, you have to use most of the time, spend your most of the time with that language. That gives you so much, you know, informations also, and that gives you a confidence also that I can speak, and that gives you a familiar look also. Yeah, this is very important, because you know, you have to, that language you have to going to be adopt yourself, so you have to be familiar as you can. Okay, you can use most of the podcast. The podcast will mostly helpful for me as well, because I use podcast when I started. I literally found that I have so many knowledge about it. How can I use that in a sentence? So I started from there. Whenever I started from podcast also. So you can use that podcast, because this is going to be literally helpful too much. I can guarantee that whenever you use every day. So you have to use that. Okay, because that's helpful in your construction of sentences, right? So it is very important to how to construct the sentences and use in a similar manner in your sentences whenever you start speaking with somebody. So that's very important. So you can use that, and these are the things which is going to be very helpful for you. And yeah, the next is loud reading. Loud reading is very important. Whenever we go to the school, so we know that there are lots of subjects that Hindi, English, geography, history. There are lots of subjects. Teachers what they do, they stand us and they tell us that just speak loud and read that. So from that we learn that loud speaking is helpful for maintaining our confidence in that language, and it helps us to clear your pronunciation with words. Okay, so you have to use this technique also. So pick any one book and start loud reading, and loud reading is going to be too helpful in your communication part. So this is the I think most of the things that I have told you. So just practice that, and in case if you have any problem, I come back again and I tell you. Okay, so till then, bye bye, take care.